Good morning all. Now in the next session of science chapter, that is 6, life process. In this chapter we have already discussed so many important topics. Now in this session we are going to discuss about very important topic, that is digestive system in human beings. Now digestion in human beings, that is the alimentary canal, is basically a long tube extending from the mouth to the anus. Various regions are specialized to perform different functions. We eat various types of food which has to pass from the same digestive tract. The digestive system of human, it consists of the alimentary canal and its associated gland. The human digestive system or the human digestive organs are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and associated glands like salivary gland, liver, and pancreas. First, before starting the digestion in human being, we are going to discuss little bit about the function of the digestion. We eat various types of food which has to pass through the same digestive tract. Naturally, the food has to be processed to generate particles which are small and of the same texture. This is achieved by crushing the food with our teeth, since the lining of the canal is soft. The food is wetted to make its passage smooth. When we eat something we like, our mouth waters. This is actually not only water, it's a fluid which is called saliva that is secreted by the salivary glands. Another aspect of the food, what we ingest, is its complex nature. If it is to be absorbed from the alimentary canal, it has to be broken into a smaller molecules. This is done with the help of biological catalysts called enzymes. These are also known as digestive enzymes. The saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase that breaks down starch, which is a complex molecule, and it gives sugar. The food is mixed thoroughly with saliva and moved around the mouth while chewing by the muscular tongue. It is necessary to move the food in a very regulated manner along the digestive tube so that it can be processed properly in each part. The lining of the canal has muscles that contract rhythmically in order to push the food forward. These peristaltic movements occur all along the gut. Now, in human being, digestion starts with mouth. In this topic, we are going to discuss about the functions of mouth and esophagus. The mouth is the special organ for ingestion of food. With the help of hands, the food is put into mouth. The digestion of food starts as we put food in our mouth. The mouth cavity contains teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. The teeth cut the food into small pieces, chewing and grinding it. The salivary glands secretes the saliva in our mouth. The tongue mixes the food with saliva. Saliva is a watery liquid, so it gets wet the food in mouth. The wetted food is swallowed easily. The food is ground up by the teeth and moistened with saliva to make it easy to swallow. Saliva that also has a special chemical which is known as enzyme, and the function is it starts breaking down carbohydrates into sugars. The salivary gland secretes an enzyme called amylase, which digests the starch of food into maltose. Listen carefully. The salivary glands, it secretes an enzyme which is known as amylase, and due to that, the digestion of starch of food, it converts into maltose. It means the digestion of starch begins from the mouth. As the food remains in the mouth for a short time, the digestion of food is incomplete in mouth. The partly digested food in the mouth, it goes down to esophagus. Now, the food is carried from esophagus to stomach. Esophagus is a long tubular structure through that food goes from mouth to the stomach. Once swallowed, muscular contractions of the esophagus, it means it contracts and relaxes, passes the ball of food down into the stomach. The muscular bag and it churns the food to help break it down mechanically as well as chemically. The stomach is present on the left side of the abdomen. The food is churned in stomach for nearly 3 hours. Listen carefully. The food is churned in stomach for nearly 3 hours. Stomach is the part where the food stays for a longer period of time, that is for 3 hours. The food breaks into small pieces and converts into semi-solid paste. The wall of stomach contains 3 tubular glands which secrete gastric juice. The gastric juice contain dilute HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, enzyme, pepsinogen and mucus. The gastric juices contains dilute hydrochloric acid, enzyme, pepsinogen and mucus. First we will discuss the function of mucus. What is the function of mucus? The mucus protects the stomach wall from its own secretion of hydrochloric acid and pepsin. The hydrochloric acid, it makes the acidic medium in our stomach. It also kills bacteria which enters the stomach with food. It means the food turns into acidic medium and it kills the bacteria which enters into our stomach along with the food. In acidic medium, the enzyme pepsin digests protein which is present in the food and converts into a small molecules. Thus, the digestion of protein begins in the stomach. Listen all of you. In the mouth, the digestion of starch takes place. In the stomach, the digestion of protein takes place. The partly digested food then goes from the stomach into small intestine. The exit of food from stomach is regulated by a sphincter muscle. Now, the food enters into the small intestine where the complete digestion of food takes place. Now, next is the small intestine. In the small intestine, the complete digestion of food takes place. The food is mixed with more digestive enzyme from the pancreas and bile from the liver. Food is then squeezed into the lower parts of the small intestine. The small intestine is the largest part of the alimentary canal. And listen carefully, student. In adult person, it is about 6.5 meter long. It is about 6.5 meter long. The length of the small intestine differs in various animals depending on the type of food what they eat. Herbivorous animals eating grass need a longer small intestine to allow the cellulose present in the grass to be digested completely. It means herbivorous animals or herbivorous organisms need a longer small intestine. Next is, the meat is easy to digest. So, the carnivorous animals have shorter small intestine. The small intestine is the site of the complete digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It receives the secretion of the liver and pancreas for this purpose. The food coming from the stomach is acidic and has to be made alkaline for the pancreatic enzyme to act. It means in the mouth, the digestion of the starch takes place. In the stomach, the digestion of protein takes place. And in the small intestine, this is the site of complete digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Now next is pancreas. This is the largest gland in the human body. The pancreas is one of the largest glands in our body. As well as digestive juices, it secretes a hormone called insulin. Insulin helps to regulate the amount of sugar in the blood. Diabetes is a condition caused by problems with insulin production. Related with the digestive system, what is the role or the function of pancreas? The pancreas secretes pancreatic juice, which contain enzymes like trypsin for digesting protein and lipase for breaking down emulsified fats. The walls of the small intestine contain glands which secretes intestinal juice. The pancreas secretes pancreatic juice which contain enzymes like amylase, trypsin and lipase. Listen carefully. The enzyme amylase, it digests starch. The trypsin, it digests protein. And the lipase, it digests fats. Listen all of you carefully. The enzyme amylase, it digests starch. The trypsin digests protein and lipase digests fats. The glands of the wall of a small intestine, it secretes intestinal juices. This intestinal juice contains various enzymes which complete the digestion of carbohydrates into glucose, proteins into amino acid and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. The completely digestion of carbohydrates into glucose, proteins into amino acids and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Now, the next is liver. Liver, it breaking down fats using the bile stored in the gallbladder, processing proteins and carbohydrates. The liver secretes bile, which is a greenish yellow liquid and normally stored in the gallbladder. The bile is alkaline in nature and it contains salt, which makes the acidic food coming from the stomach alkaline, so that pancreatic enzyme act to it. Now, the function of large intestine. Once all the nutrients have been absorbed, the waste is moved into the large intestine or bowel. Water is removed and the waste is stored in the rectum. It can then be passed out of the body through the anus. It means after complete digestion, the small intestine becomes the main site for the absorption of digested food. The inner wall or the small intestine has millions of small finger-like projections which is known as villi. What is the function of villi? The function of villi is to increase the surface area of small intestine. Listen all of you. The function of villi or the presence of villi increases the surface of small intestine. This helps in the rapid absorption of digested food. It means fast absorption of digested food. The absorbed digested food process through the wall or passes through the wall of the small intestine goes into our blood. The blood carries digested food to all the parts of the body where it is assimilated as part of the cell. It means the process of assimilation starts. This assimilated food is used by all the cells where it is utilized for energy, growth and repairment of the body. The undigested food passes from small intestine to large intestine where most of water from the undigested food is absorbed. Now, the undigested food become almost most of the solid and is removed from our body via anus. The exit of this waste material is regulated by the muscles of anus. Now listen student, this is the human digestive system and the function of digestion which take part in our body. Now that's all student. This is an end of our today's session. Thank you and take care.